Okay, now that we've read 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 to 18, we're now going to read the scriptures that are connected to it. So first we're going to read Leviticus 19, verse 28, which is, "Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord." The next one is Ephesians 2:12. So we'll go Ephesians 2:12. That at that time ye were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without God in the world. All right, so that was just for 13. Then 14 is 1 Corinthians 15, verse 13. And the next one is 23. So let's get that. Ephesians. So we were looking at 1 Colossians 15 and then 13. Okay, so, but if there be no resurrection of the dead, then is Christ not risen? All right, and then 23, 1 Corinthians 15, 23. Okay. For every man in his own order, Christ the firstfruits, afterwards they that are Christ at his coming. All right, the next one is from verse 15, 1 Kings 13. 1 Kings 13 and 17. There you are. Okay. For it was said to me by the word of the Lord, Thou shalt eat no bread or drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou camest. All right, and then we've got 1 Corinthians 15, verse 51. Let's go back. Again to 1 Corinthians 15, and then we're looking for 51. There we go. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Then we have Matthew 24, verse 30. Matthew 24, verse 30. Okay. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Then we're back to 1 Corinthians 15, 52. 1 Corinthians 15, 52, which is, in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Yay! Then we've got 1 Corinthians 15, 23. All right, 15, 23 again. We're going to read. Oh, interesting. But every man, let's color that one. But every man in his own order, Christ the firstfruits, afterwards they that are Christ at his coming. Then 1 Corinthians 15, 51. 1 Corinthians 15, 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. we shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Then, Acts 1:9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. Good. Then John 17:24. John 17:24. All right, Father, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for thou lovest me before the foundation of the world. And then it's got 5:11. So, normally that means 1 Thessalonians 5:11. And that's right here. Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. There you go.